Lakers line up SAHEE ahead of Game 4 vs Rockets.
Made plays. Lakers are down by 3 for the tie. It's good. LeBron James is money. 101. We're going to overtime in Houston.
Marcus Smart has just been outstanding down the stretch.
Hachimura drives on the baseline and scores. 107-103 Los Angeles.
We weathered a lot tonight.
The Lakers win it. A commanding 3-0 lead in the series.
And so today in H-Town, the Lakers look to sweep a playoff series for the first time since the 2010 Western Conference semifinals against the Jazz, a series that came on their way to winning the second of back-to-back titles. As our Dave McMenamin is there in Houston for tonight's Game 4. No Luka again for LA tonight. I understand Austin Reeves is questionable. What is LeBron James, who's done an incredible job carrying this team? What's he saying about their approach with a chance to sweep?
Well, Hannah, LeBron was asked about the opportunity that they're going to have on Sunday with this chance to sweep. And he said that we can't be complacent. We don't have the luxury to be complacent and think there's going to be a Game 5 at home or a Game 6 or other opportunities, because we don't have those guys you just mentioned. No Luka Doncic. Austin Reeves is questionable. But really, for now, the last 3.5 weeks, the Lakers have been in this ultra-focused mode of what can we do to figure things out when we don't have the luxury of close to 60 points per game from those two players. Obviously, thus far, it's been working, and J.J. Redick's doing his part as well, knowing that LeBron, the 41-year-old, played 45 minutes in that win in Game 3. No practice on Saturday, no shoot-around on Sunday. He wants LeBron to rest as much as possible leading up to tip-off tonight.
And by the way, they're going to get a little bit of rest maybe if they sweep this series, right? So that definitely would not hurt. Let's go to the Rockets side. We know Kevin Durant is questionable for this one. He has that sprained left ankle that sidelined him in Game 3. Dave, what, from your understanding, is going to go into the decision whether or not he plays tonight?
Hannah, the decision will come down to Kevin Durant, the Rockets coaching staff, the Rockets medical staff, and the Rockets front office. Everyone will have an input, and they'll determine whether he's able to go. Game 1, he showed up at Crypto.com Arena with the intention of playing, but his right knee didn't allow him. Game 3, he showed up at the Toyota Center with the intention of playing, but his left ankle didn't allow him. Now, I know it was noticeable not to see him on the bench during Game 3. Ime Udoka told reporters on Saturday that Kevin Durant was already starting his rehab. He was in a pool, doing a pool workout as the game was going on. That rehab has continued round the clock as we come to Sunday, and we'll see as we inch closer towards tip-off how that left ankle feels.
Yeah, despite the uncertainty of his status and being down 3-0, Houston's still a 4.5-point favorite at home in this one, Dave. Should be interesting. We'll see if they can find some life in this one. Dave McMenamin, we appreciate you. Thank you.
Hannah, Quentin Richardson rejoining us with his QR codes. Q, before the Rockets win 4 games in a row, they got to get at least one. Okay, so what's the QR code for Houston to extend this series?
All right, now the first thing they got to do is lead with their defense, Jay. They got to go out there and play high-level defense, take away the three-point line from the Lakers, and not let them get out in transition the way they've been able to do. Also, you can't allow a Luke Kennard to go and like he's been going, supernova, getting 20-plus points a game and doing things like that. But you got to know that LeBron James is going to come out here with that focus. He's a 41-year-old vet that's been around the block many times, and he knows how serious it is to try and close this thing out so that he can rest up, as well as getting those guys, Luka and AR, rest, and they can try and hurry up and get back to the team.
Okay, Q, meanwhile, the Spurs, they look to take a 3-1 lead on the Blazers today on ESPN. Wemby's listed as questionable, still a concussion protocol. What's the QR code for the Spurs if he's still out?
If no Wemby, man, they just need to do what they've been doing. Just play. First of all, lead with their defense. Their defense sets the tone. But also offensively, just play. Share the ball, let the ball flow, and whoever gets it going, they've done a good job at kind of going through that guy. Whoever, I think Steph Castle and Dylan Harper last game, but even if it's whoever it is, it could be De'Aaron Fox or any of those guys. Just play with good flow. Luke Cornett has done a great job filling in whenever Wemby hasn't been able to go this year. Their record with Luke Cornett starting and Wemby not playing is a winning record. So they have confidence. They've been in this position before. They just need to go out there and execute.
At this point, the focus shifts to what Philadelphia must do, emphasizing pace, scoring responsibility, and leadership. The idea that two of the main players must deliver strong offensive performances highlights how dependent the team is on individual production rather than a balanced system. It also suggests urgency. Playing fast and aggressive becomes less a strategy and more a necessity. This reflects a team trying to impose tempo to compensate for inconsistencies.
Good day of hoops ahead. Q with his QR code. Thank you, my brother.
Yes, sir, legend.
For a segment that we like to call the QR code.
Come on.
All right, Q Rich, what is the code for the Sixers to even up this series?
The QR code for the Sixers is easy. You need Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, and possibly a Paul George. But they got to play fast. They got to get out, push the pace, play fast, lead with their defense. And these guys got to have scoring nights. 2 out of the 3 of them got to have big-time nights. I mean, PG has been, he's been pacing himself, but he needs to have a big night. But the guy, Tyrese Maxey, he's been the all-star, been the leader. He needs to have a big night, and they could definitely use anything the rookie VJ Edgecombe wants to give them energy-wise, because they got to come out and make a statement early and kind of try to push the pace and get the Celtics on their heels.
All right, Q, what about the QR code for San Antonio? They're trying to go up 3-1, potentially without Wemby.
QR code for the Spurs is lead with their defense, guys. They have a great defensive team. Even when Wemby is out, they have length, they have deep, they have depth, they have guys that can play 3 and D, switchable guys, and they have youth, man. They got a lot of youthful athleticism and guys that can switch. You seeing it right here, the Dylan Harpers, the Steph Castles, the Carter Bryants, Champagne. All of these guys got to go out there and lead with their defense and try and smother them. And you know that one of these guards or one of these guys are going to have a big offensive night. So if they can do those things and hold down the paint, Luke Cornett has done a great job filling in for Wemby, and they have a record that's favorable when Wemby doesn't play. So they can get it done.
All right, Lakers, meanwhile, they're 1 win away from sweeping the Rockets. They were massive underdogs to start this series. KD questionable for this one after missing game 3 with that ankle injury. What's the QR code for Houston to just try to get back in this series?
First of all, they got to take everything one game at a time, man. Everybody's going to announce that it's over. They're going to, nobody comes back from 3-0. You can only win one game at a time. They got to lock in and focus on that concept. And then they got to try and go out there and muck up the game, make everything extremely tough. You can't have Luke Kennard coming off the bench and getting 20+ and having a big game. Obviously, LeBron is LeBron, but even with that, you got to push him and make him try and feel his age, because right now he's not looking 41 in this series. He's looking about 30 years old.
It just takes a soft mattress to make LeBron feel like he's 41 years old. As someone who's past that mile marker. All right, let's finish up with the Cavs trying to take a 3-1 series lead against Toronto. What's the QR code for Cleveland?
QR code for Cleveland is to get in there early and try and take that fan base out of it. I said this before when they went up 2-0 that it wasn't over until I saw them play in Toronto, because they are a different team when that crowd gets going. They got one of the best fan bases and one of the loudest arenas in the league in the NBA. So you have to come out there early and hit first and try and get them on their heels and try and keep the crowd out of it as much as you can. Play with your defense, and obviously you got those two superstars in James Harden and Donovan Mitchell. They need to lead the way.
Tip off 1 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. Quentin Richardson with the very late news for us. Easy for me to say on SportsCenter. Thanks, Q Rich.
The central theme across this segment is urgency. Teams facing pressure situations are being told to dictate the game early, whether through defense, pace, or physicality instead of reacting to opponents. Another key takeaway is the importance of adaptability. Whether it's dealing with injuries or lineup changes, successful teams rely on depth and flexibility rather than a single star performance. There is also a clear emphasis on defense as the foundation. Nearly every QR code begins with defensive intensity, reinforcing that playoff success starts with controlling the opponent before worrying about scoring. Finally, the discussion reinforces a simple but critical mindset: one game at a time. Especially in difficult series situations, focusing on immediate execution rather than the bigger picture is what keeps teams competitive